In this wide universe, my spectrum, my comfort zone is small. I freeze if it's too cold. If it's too hot, I burn, I turn to ash. And there are sounds I cannot hear. Whales, worms, and wombat sounds. Wolves talking. And there are sights I cannot see through eyes of condor, snake, and lizard, sharp focused sights. And I will never taste the cheetah's hot meal, bloody muzzle, lapping, gnawing neck of dead gazelle. I think it is a safety valve, perhaps. If I could hear those sounds, and see those sights, and taste the hot, bloody corpse, and belch, and fart, and scratch where I itch, and laugh, and cry, and come, all at once, while listening to the ode to joy, I would die, overdosed on ecstasy.
Multiculturally, we all have similar ways of expressing our history and our heroes and our wisdom and all that important stuff. And we have our dances and we have our music and ways of dressing up and our family ties and ways of bonding. And so I got to learn about all that and how we relate to the rest of the world, really, because we're all doing the same things, just in different languages and costumes and you know, just a little bit different like that. But we're the same people, we're the same race.
Crucible. Cactus rises and deepens on Alvarado Street. Each of its many columns ringed by scarred dots that mark outbursts of flowers once in bloom.
My kids.
It's a special place.
Yeah, well, I mean, you little things. I mean,
People are really nice in the back.
Oh, I got in trouble for that.
Oh, I got
It's a little homey place. It's a little parlor, you know.
Yeah.
I wonder about the earthly mysteries that cultivate its looming breath, and whether or not we are each a cactus, regenerative, succulent, and vulnerable to anyone who would strike us in fits of rage and terror.
Here, someone gave me this beautiful cross. A gentleman from the Sacred Grounds, black gentleman who's a lawyer, I believe, and he had found that and he wanted to give it to me, and so I added a couple of feathers for the Native Americans and some stuff for druidry, some things to just remind me of this and that and just fill the whole picture out. And you find with the poetry scene, and it is a poetry scene, you go in there and you're going to meet a lot of the same poets that you're going to see in Oakland, in Berkeley, in North Beach, in the Tenderloin, because some of the poets are able to get around, you know, a lot. And I don't have a car and I've got bad knees, and so unless I get a ride somewhere, it just doesn't happen. But I'm 7 blocks from the Sacred Grounds, so I can walk there if I have to.
I do not ask, but you tell me you love me. Yet, a vague hurt spreads through my chest and weighs down the backs of my eyes. I have more love than anyone. My life full of those who have cared. And one is my life, my love eternal, my very soul. Yet am I full of loss. I just want to get back. I don't want to get across. So many horrific things, flooded, wet and muddy. Unpleasant, shady places of flying insects. And the pressing underneath of nothing kind. thousands of shiny black bugs that scurry, pumping frantically, illuminating and creative, the dank weight of earth rolling over their ribbed backs. I know that despair itself is after me, and waiting for oblivion is so dreary.
Read and say anything you want, basically, because this is free speech at its very best, and it has to be free to be at its very best. And so people come in there and they begin to find out who they are. They begin to talk about it, and sometimes you can't talk about that anyplace else.
She holds her eyelids. It's a fashion statement. Garbage cans walk off disgusted. In the evening, light passes through the day. Walls reverberate decision. I'm completely satisfied. This is called Who Are We? Who the hell are you? Who the hell am I? We do that crazy California thing, trying to figure out who we are. Who are we?
Oh Father, oh Mother, we are your children, all of us. Every child is your universal child, your special one, and basically that's the human family.